Hi everyone, it's Romy, your self-development and financial growth classmate. In lesson 2, we are going to talk about branding, resume, and application letter. Let us start with defining what is branding. Branding is a process in which you establish your business image or personality according to your name, title, logo, photo, bio, voice tone, colors, and even aesthetics. Through strong branding, you are differentiating yourself from your competitors. It is actually a very effective way in growing your loyal customer base. So what should we do in order to develop a strong and unique brand? These are the things that you have to follow. Define the name of your brand, choose your avatar, set your brand voice, select your color palette, select your font style, and create your vision, mission, goal. Let us start with defining your brand name. The first and easiest option is to go with your real name. Through this, you are building your brand around yourself, and the good thing with that is that no one can ever steal or take that away from you. However, there are some cases like mine wherein your name is quite a bit unusual. It's difficult to remember and it's quite long. So what you can do with these things, you can actually do something that I did. Shorten your name. From Mendoza Romilin M. Carillo, I decided to make it Romy Carillo. Short and easy. The problem with using your real name is that everything you do or everything you say will be linked to your brand. Thus, you have to be very careful in whatever you say or whatever you do in any social media platform, as it might hurt your image. If you want to create a distance between your personal self and your professional self, then it would be better for you to go with a brand name. With a brand name, it will also be better or easier for you to expand your business, as you will have a name for your whole team and it will not be known as a one-man team. Thus, if you think or if you see that you are going to grow your brand in the future, it will be smarter for you to actually use a brand name right now, because you don't want to change name when you are already at your peak, right? If you are still quite confused which way to go, whether to use your real name or to use a brand name, there's another one thing that you can actually do. And that is to create and use and link both of the two. My case is such a good example. I am building Romy Carillo, which is my brand, as a classmate, as someone who learns together with you about real estate, freelancing, side hustles, financial literacy, and many more. And I am also creating the brand of The Skillmates, wherein it will only focus on developing skills for freelancing. While I do have two different brands, I still use them together and link them together. That is also something that you can actually do. Now that we have already discussed choosing your brand name or using your real name for your company, let us now go to choosing your avatar. What is an avatar? An avatar is an image or a logo that will represent your company or your business. It will become the face of your brand. Your aim is that whenever somebody sees it, they will automatically relate it to the service that you are providing. Most people who use their real name usually use their professional photo as their avatar. On the other hand, most people who have a brand name use a company logo. Don't forget that you can also combine the two, that even when you have your own logo, you can still keep your professional photo visible on your website and your page. In that way, your clients will still see who they are dealing with, and it will actually give them a more human feel. Now let us go to step number 3, which is setting your brand voice. This is usually where the new aspiring freelancer usually fall out. They usually do not pay attention to the consistency of their brand voice, thus creating confusion to their clients. Having a brand voice does not mean having a non-human or a robotic voice. It just means that you should be using the same language, the same tone, and the same feel of your words in all of your content. When choosing how your brand voice will be, you should think of how you want to portray yourself or your business to your clients. Do you want to look professional? Do you want to sound fun and quirky? Do you want to sound casual? You can do whatever you want to do. However, my advice is to stick with your personality. Do not go too far away from your personality, as it might be difficult for you to maintain that in the long run. The next step is selecting your color palette. This is a very important step that you should not miss when choosing your brand's color. In fact, it is likely going to be the very first thing that your clients and your potential clients might notice when they visit your website or your page. It actually gives them an idea of what your service is all about, even without digging deep what your services are about. The good thing about having color palette is that it makes life easier, because whenever you have to make a logo, a content, a photo, or a video, you don't have to think about colors anymore. Your color palette automatically becomes your default color. To choose your color palette, these are some helpful tips that you might want to follow. Understanding what each color means. Checking on competitors' color and trying to be different. Searching for inspiration. And last but not the least, choosing your colors. Let us go through all of these things one by one, starting from understanding what each color means. There's so many theories about what each color means. In fact, you might actually drown from too much information about what they actually mean. So to save you time, we actually have a summary of what each color signifies. And here they are. White signifies purity, innocence, brilliance, and perfection. Black means elegant, sophisticated, and luxurious. Blue, calming, trustworthiness, and reliability. Green, humility, sustainability, and wealth. Red, love, passion, heat, and courage. Yellow, playful, happy, optimistic. Orange, joy, warmth, enthusiasm, creativity, and enjoyment. Pink, feminine. Purple, mysterious, and majesty. Of course, different use of these colors hold different meanings as well. However, those are the most important ones, or the most basic ones. And with those, you now have an idea which color actually represents your brand the best. Now that you have already understand what each color means, you now have to go through understanding or discovering what your competitor's color palette is. And do not forget to be different. You know, branding is all about setting yourself apart from your competitors. So if you want to be unique, you need to have a different color palette. After all, you don't want to look and feel the same just like your competitors. The next one is to search for inspiration. I know, I told you not to copy your competitors, but who says about using your competitors as your inspiration? What I mean about this is to search on Google about common color palettes that are usually used by brands or companies to actually represent their image. The good thing about this is that you can choose a color palette from a company that is not under your certain niche. After that, it is now time to understand the different color schemes. There's so many color schemes out there. However, there are 4 most commonly used ones, and we are going to discuss them. Here are the 4 most common color schemes: monochromatic, complementary, analogous, and triadic. Monochromatic is probably the easiest one among the 4, as it only uses one color. This scheme only plays with different use of a single color. And because all the colors you're going to use on your color palette comes from a single family, then there is no doubt that they will look good together. The next one is complementary color scheme. This is all about choosing 2 colors that are exactly opposite from one another on the color wheel. Examples of this are red and green, yellow and purple, and blue and orange. Complementary colors produce a vibrant look due to high contrast. The next color scheme is the analogous. The analogous color scheme uses 3 different colors that are side by side on the color wheel. These 3 colors that sit beside each other actually complement each other very well. That is why they are very good for using in branding. They actually create a comforting and calming design. When choosing this color scheme, one color should be your main color or your base color. Second color should be your supplementary color. And the third one should be mixed with any neutral such as white, beige, gray, or black to become your accent. The next one is the triadic color scheme. Same with the analogous color scheme, the triadic color scheme also uses 3 different colors from the color wheel. The difference is that this one uses 3 different colors that are evenly spaced out between one another. This combination creates a very vibrant look. To use this color scheme successfully, you have to use one color as your main color and the other 2 as your accents. There are still other color schemes out there such as split complementary color scheme, rectangle or tetradic color scheme, square color scheme, and many more. However, the 4 schemes we have just discussed are the most common ones. If you want to use other color schemes apart from the 4 that we've already discussed, you can research which one will work best for you. And the last but the most important step in choosing your brand color is to actually select your colors. You can select 1 to 4 colors for your branding. If you choose multiple colors, then please take note of the following: the base, accent, and neutral. The base is the most important color of your brand as it will become the main color. It should reflect the most important personality of your brand or business. Choose something that will not just show what your service is all about, but something that will also appeal to your target audience. The second one is accent, or what we call the secondary color. This is going to be the color that you will use the most after the base color. Aside from choosing a color that matches your brand's personality, choose something that will also visually pair up with your base color. The third one is neutral. This is usually used as a background color. It is something that you should not take so much attention. It is usually used of white, gray, beige, and black. However, you have to be careful when using black as it is a dominant color. So now you are all set in choosing your brand color. Let us move on to another step in completing your branding: selecting a font style. The next step in branding is to select a font style. Remember that it is not just all about what you say, but also how you say it. Font style usually give more tone or feeling to what you are saying. Fun or formal, traditional or playful, authoritative or casual. By choosing a font style that mirrors your brand's personality, it will be a lot easier for you to attract the right audience. You need to know their personality traits in order to match this up with your business personality. The 6 basic font classifications are the following: serif, sans serif, slab serif, handwritten, decorative, and script. Let us start with serif. Serif screams classic, traditional, and trustworthy. Examples of this are Times New Roman, Laura, E.B. Garamond, and Playfair Display. Sans serif looks clean, minimal, and modern. Examples of this are Open Sans, Source Sans Pro, Lato, and Roboto. The next one is slab serif. Slab serif is bold, confident, and quirky. Examples of this are Courier New, Roboto Slab, Arvo, and Alpha Slab 1. Handwritten shows being artistic and informal. Examples of this are Patrick Hand, Permanent Marker, Just Another Hand, and Amatic SC. The 5th one is decorative. Decorative reflects being distinctive, dramatic, and stylish. Examples of this are Lobster 2, Fredoka 1, bangers, and Frederica. The last one is script. Script radiates elegance and uniqueness. Examples are petite formal, satisfy, caution script, and dancing script. Now you choose what your brand is going to be. Dramatic, artistic, traditional, casual, formal, or playful. And match it up to your font style. The last step in branding is creating your vision, mission, goal. Developing your vision, mission, goal might be difficult for other people, or it might even take a lot of time. It is because it takes time for you to discover what you really want for your business. Don't worry, because you will unlock what your purpose once you are already in your journey. But for now, let us make a simple one for your business. But before that, let us acknowledge that it is quite difficult or confusing to differentiate vision, mission, and goal. So to make it simpler for you, here are their differences. Vision is actually what you want to achieve. So for example, the vision of the skillmates is developed and improved skill set of Filipinos in order to become more competitive in both the local and international job market. On the other hand, mission is the statement that identifies how you're going to accomplish your vision. Example of this is the Skillmates mission: to provide lessons that will equip Filipinos the required skills to enter the freelancing world. And goals are the things that needed to be done to implement the mission. The Skillmates goals is create courses that will focus in developing the most in-demand skills for freelancing. When the branding is done, it is now time for you to take action, and that is to prepare your resume and your application letter. Let us first start with creating a beautiful resume. Resume is actually not a stranger to us. We also need it even when applying for a 9-to-5 job or even when applying for an internship. Resume is a piece of document that provides the employer or the client an overview of your education, work experience, skills, and credentials. It serves as a summary of your qualification. In this part of the lesson, we will now begin to create attention grabber resume. To get started, list down or prepare all of this. Number 1, basic and professional information. Number 2, work experience. Number 3, skills. Number 4, professional photo. So now that you are ready to go, follow these simple tips in creating resume. So the first thing you need to do is to create an account in Canva. www.canva.com. So it's very easy to create an account in Canva because you can actually sign up with your Google account or with your Facebook, or you can do an email, like sign up really with an email. So in my case, I signed up with my Facebook account, and once you already click it, you're gonna be redirected in their homepage. So Canva is an easy-to-use design tool that makes designing hassle-free even to those who are non-designers. It comes with thousands of stock photos, videos, templates, and many more. You can use it to your advantage as a freelancer, as this can be a very powerful platform for general virtual assistants, social media managers, digital marketing specialists, and many more. So once you've already signed in to your Canva account, type in resume in the search box and press enter. So here we will see different templates for resume. Choose something that looks appealing to you and complements your brand personality the most. So for example, if you want to be a graphic designer, then choose something that is more creative or artsy, something like this one or whatever you prefer. And on the other hand, if you're an aspiring social media manager, then you can go with templates that shouts, I'm a social media manager, or I'm great with content creation, and so on. Like probably this one or this one, or anything that you want. Don't worry if you like a certain template that does not carry your color palette, since you can always change the colors and the details on this template later on. So as a start, let's choose my template. So let's say I want this one. It's very easy to change your details, as you just have to type over the existing ones. For photo, you just have to upload later on, but let's start first with the details. So for example, this one, the name. I'm gonna type in my full name, and I'm gonna reduce the size. There you go. Yeah. And I'm gonna change as well here, virtual assistant. But if you've already chosen what niche you're gonna focus on, then you can write that. Like for example, social media manager, SEO specialist. But for now, because we are in Freelancing 101, I'm gonna go with the general one, which is virtual assistant. So you can change the career overview, key competencies, and contact me information, work summary, academic background, and work preferences. But for now, I'm not gonna change that yet. So let's say, for example, so now this photo, we're gonna change it to what we want. So I do have a lot of photos right here, but what you can do is go to uploads, upload media, device, and go to the folder where your photo is. Growth classmates, I'm going to photos. Let's say I prefer this one, stand smile. So you can see it's already uploading. I'm gonna choose it and I'm gonna put it here. Then now let's say that this is not my brand color. Let's say for example my brand color is navy blue but with gold. This one. So you can change it or type the color code. So let's say it's D7BE69. D7BE69. There you go. So I can write everything. This one. Here as well, sorry. So once you've already edited everything, you can now save and download the file. Let me do this first. There you go. I'm almost done. There. So now let's see. So now you have a beautiful resume. What I'm gonna do is download and save it. Click here and then look for download. And check which file or what kind of file you want it to be downloaded. I want PNG, or you can also do the PDF print. Usually I always choose the one that is suggested. Download, preparing your design, and now check it on folder. And now I'm going to rename it. Make sure to save it with your full name. A lot of times there are many applicants who just put resume as the file name of their resume document, like this. So if you've been shortlisted, it will be more difficult to retrieve your file when it has a very generic file name like resume or resume 1, resume final, just like the others. However, if you have your name on it, then it will be very easy and efficient for them to find which one is yours. Another good thing about this is that it shows that you are professional and well organized. So I'm gonna put Carillo Mendoza Romilin dash resume, and then I'm gonna transfer it to the growth classmates. Here. So now you're already done and you already have a beautiful resume that you can submit whenever you want to apply for a certain job position or a certain gig. The next one will be preparing your application letter. After preparing your resume, you should now prepare your application letter. As the saying goes, behind every resume is a good application letter. If the resume provides a summary of your qualification, the application letter or cover letter or proposal letter gives the employer a better look of your suitability for the position. Most of the time, it is when the recruiter is reviewing the cover letter when first impressions about the applicant are being made. Thus, you do not want to miss this opportunity to showcase how fit you are for the vacant position. To create a good cover letter, follow the following steps. Number 1, do your research. Number 2, follow the golden structures of application letter. Number 3, prepare your portfolio. And number 4, design your application letter. Let us now dig deep into each one of these things. Number 1, doing your research. Take some time to get to know the company and the position you're applying for. These are the things you need to discover. What is the company all about? What do they do? Who are their target customers? What are the tasks associated with the vacant position? And what are the skills needed for the position? Use the information you're going to get to customize your application letter accordingly. With the answers to these questions, you can easily create a clear explanation as to why you are the best for the position. You can specifically make a point about your skills and abilities being perfect for the role and for the growth of the company. Now let's go to following the golden structure of application letters. It is true that there is no standard structure for proposals. However, you can structure it to flow well and impress your clients. Here is our recommended structure of application letters. The first part is the greetings. The second part is the first paragraph. Next is the second paragraph. Next is the third paragraph. And of course, the fourth paragraph. And last but not the least, the closing letter. So let us start with the greetings. Start by mentioning the name of the client. By doing this, you're already showing that this cover letter is especially personalized for their company. The next part is the first paragraph. This should answer the question, why are you writing this letter? The first paragraph should strictly follow the keep it short and simple rule or the KISS rule. Here, you have to be direct on why you're writing the letter in the first place. It is also recommended to mention where you have heard about the open position. If someone referred you, then mentioning their name in this section is highly advised. So here is an example of a good first paragraph. I am a social media manager who has helped clients build their business social media presence. I see that you need a hand for the following task: content creation, scheduling of posts, growing your community, and interacting with the community. Now, the next part is the second paragraph. This should answer the question, why are you fit for this position? In this section, describe your academic and your professional history and credentials that are relevant to the specific role. So this is a good example of a second paragraph. I've graduated with a bachelor's degree in marketing, After my studies, I've worked as a marketing officer for a fashion company for 2 years before I decided to jump into the freelancing world. For already 3 years now, I've been working as a freelancer focused in digital marketing and social media management. The next part is the third paragraph. This should answer the question, what can you offer for the client or the company? This section is very important as this is where you will be selling yourself as someone who is a good fit for the job. Emphasize your skills and abilities. Use links, screenshots, and testaments from previous clients to back up what you can offer to the company. A good example for this is, I can help you with all the tasks you enumerated in the job description. On top of those, I can also offer assistance in admin tasks, content writing, email writing, and basic SEO. I've worked with different social media platforms including Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm also adept in using powerful marketing tools such as Canva, MailChimp, Slack, Wix, and WordPress. Below are the links of some of the pages and communities that I've helped to grow and expand. I also attach screenshots of my clients' testimonials. The next one is the fourth paragraph. This should reiterate. Here, you will say once again why you're interested in the role and why you should be hired for the job position. Also indicate that you are looking forward for the interview. A good example for this one is, I'm confident that with my help, you can focus on the main task of your business, and together we can grow and expand your brand. With my expertise and previous experience, I believe that I can contribute to the growth of your company as soon as possible. I'm looking forward to discuss with you on how we can work together toward your business goal. And the last part should be the closing letter. Do not forget to close your letter with a proper closing remark such as yours sincerely or yours faithfully. Then, add your full name. Below your name, place the URL of your personal portfolio. Actually, the best thing is to actually use an email signature. We will be discussing how to create your own email signature later on in this course. The next step is to create your portfolio folder. If you do not have a website yet, do not worry, as you can do one or make one through Google Drive. Check out how to create your portfolio folder on Google Drive. So to create your portfolio folder through Google Drive, the first thing you have to do is to go to Google Drive. And I believe you already have a Gmail account, so use that Gmail account to log into your Google Drive. If not yet, please sign up for a Gmail account, as that is going to be very helpful in your freelancing career. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to input my password. And now you are already in the homepage of your Google Drive. What you need to do is to create a folder for this one. New folder. The next, name the folder like your name, Romy Carrillo, portfolio folder. There you go. And in this folder, put all your works in this folder, including your branding sheet and creations. And don't worry if you are totally new to the freelancing world, because we are going to create something that you can add to your portfolio every lesson. So now what you need to do is copy the URL. Copy. Go to bit.ly.com. Scroll down and paste your URL here. And click shorten. Now copy this one and attach this or place this in your email signature or down below your ending letter or your closing remarks for your application letter. So now you have already created your application letter and you've already prepared your portfolio folder. So what you need to do is to design your application letter. First thing is you go back to Canva. So yes, I think I'm gonna use the one that I've used back then, this part, and I'm so sorry, I do have so many tabs over here. There you go. I'm gonna go to Canva, and on the search bar, I'm gonna type on letterhead, press the enter button, and now you can see letterhead templates. Make sure to choose one that you like, and don't forget that you should choose something that goes well with the design of your resume template. So I want to check the resume template that I've done. Let's see. So this is the resume that I've created. And as you can see, I have this color palette, a dark blue or navy blue and gold. So I'm gonna use that on my application letter as well. So don't worry if you cannot find a application letter or letterhead template that doesn't have your color palette, because you can easily change the colors according to what you want. So for example, I'm gonna choose this one. So the first thing you need to do is change the colors to match your color palette. For example, this one, I'm going to change it to navy blue. This is already gold. Perfect. So these are already gold, so should be fine. And then the next thing is I'm going to transfer the content of, where was it? This one. The content that we've made for our application letter. Copy. And okay, I'm only gonna copy up to here. Oh, from there, I mean. Copy. Paste. And make sure to actually be careful with your paragraphs, because I've seen here that when you copy paste it, it's not going to have the form or the structure that you've actually created or set. Content creation, scheduling of posts, growing your community, interacting with your community. This is another paragraph. For over 3 years now, I've been working. This one is another paragraph. And then let's see. This one is another paragraph. And this one is also another paragraph. So that's it. And here, it should say, Hi Alvaro, which is the name, and then this one should say my name, Rosa Romilin Carillo. So for the rest, you need to change some information as well. Like this one, this is not going to be your brand name. This one you can easily change to your logo if you have one. If not, you can just delete it. And this one, change this one into your personal details. So let's have a look. So now you already have a beautiful application letter. Now you've already prepared your branding, your resume, and your application letter. You're now all set to move forward to creating your online platform accounts or your freelancing platform accounts. See you in the next video. Bye!